Episode number 1.
Episode number 1, yeah.
What are we going to call the podcast?
That's a good question, actually.
I'm not too sure.
We'll have to ask if we have some listener, we'll have to ask them.
If we have maybe one.
If we have more than one listener, we'll have to ask them.
Hopefully we have somebody who can give us an idea, because we don't know yet.
It's a first, right? It's like a alpha project right now.
Yeah, I was thinking of calling it Le Podcast.
Le podcast, yeah. I'm doubting on that idea right now, but it's one idea for now. So
we'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll get through it. So what's the Le podcast about? What
podcast is going to be a bunch of things. Jiu-Jitsu at first, mostly. We're going to be doing Jiu-Jitsu, and then we'll see from there, man.
All right. Are you thinking on having some guests over?
For sure, 100%. Guests, just bring teammates in.
Nice.
Bring some teammates. We have characters back in New York, so we'll have them on for sure at some point.
Oh yeah, especially if we can bring some of the guys from New York here.
Yeah.
Can have them on the podcast, train with them.
We'll have 2 couches.
That would be sick. Yeah.
Line them up for you guys.
Good.
And then just roast each other.
Yeah, I'm just picking it up.
Yeah. For now, what we're going to start off with, a Q&A. We have a lot of people who sent questions. Thank you guys for that. And if we don't cover them all, we'll definitely cover them on another episode. But we're going to go ahead and start with a quick Q&A.
Yeah, so questions. We both had a
couple questions,
put a question right on Instagram, and some of you guys send it our way, so we'll be able to discuss and go from there. What's happening.
Some questions we cannot go over because we had some weird questions.
Yeah. There's some stalker on Instagram, I'm telling you, man. Some people send some weird stuff. You know who you are?
You know who you are.
Yeah, I'm sure you received some weird pictures.
I'll give a hint. Henzo's group chat.
Henzo's group chat definitely.
Oh yeah.
Went ham on Pablo.
They went ham.
Yeah, I had some friends from Montreal who sent me some weird questions. Your name starts with an A. You know who you are. All right, so we start with the first question.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is from it was towards Pablo, but we'll discuss about them anyway. So the first one was from the BJJ coach, Australia. What are the keys to a faster skill acquisition in BJJ?
Faster skill acquisition.
So basically, his question is he wants to know how to get better faster, right?
Yeah, people want to get better faster.
Yeah.
Why do you think people want to get better faster?
First of all, I think it's like in Jiu-Jitsu itself, it's a sport.
Yeah.
It's a sport that involves a lot of skills.
Yeah.
And if you stop learning, you stop getting better, right? So
yeah.
Everybody's trying to get better.
But why are they getting better fast? Why everybody want to get there fast?
I just think it's so addictive, man.
It's addictive, yeah.
You just want to get
Anyways, we'll accept the fact that people want to get better fast.
Definitely.
We'll accept that. How do you get better fast? I think first of all, be consistent.
Yeah.
Right. Be consistent with your training. Second thing, depending on what your goals are, walk into training knowing what you want to work on. I think that always helps.
Having intentions behind your training.
Yeah.
So, not necessarily writing down. Okay, I want to get better at this. Personally, that's what I do. Actually, I have just on my phone or on my computer on the note application.
Notepad.
Notepad. I just go in there and I write down goals, short-term goals for my jiu-jitsu. It could be hand fighting from home, or playing half guard and stuff like that. So it gives me intention. I don't have to read them every fucking day and being okay, I need to get better at this today. But at least I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play.
100%.
Do you do that?
Well, for example, the other day we were training, and then we have this competition coming up, 8th of February. We're going to Toronto, and then we're going to be doing a quintet style comp, Parabellum Quintet, which we actually have an event today. We'll see how it went. For example, the rule set is there are no heel hooks.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing, I'm trying to find ways to get better at knee bars and toe holds, and find other good submissions to work on, the back.
This you motherfucker. Yesterday in training,
just going after knee bars, just non-stop leg attacks. It's good.
Get off my leg.
Because for ADCC, we were working a lot of points, reversals, tight pressure. We're working a lot on, point
Yeah,
it's going to be hard.
Scoring first and then starting to attack submission. Right?
Yeah. So the style like I was working on was most like half guard, passing, coming up from bottom with wrestling. And now, because there's another submission only comp coming up, now I'm switching back to submission oriented style and all that.
So if we come back like to the subject, in an instance is like saying like having intention in your training.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah.
We said. I think something else that's important is like making sure like you're actively finding the people that want to train to get better. So having that circle, you know what I mean? It's like when I started for fun, right?
Yeah.
But then I met you and this guy. But
I give thanks to
like I think I've never told you that in front, but like often when I was on other podcasts or when people are asking me like how do I get started, but you were a big influence on me. Like,
you guys hear that?
No, for real. Like I credit you a lot for like
Legend.
Like getting better and actually like wanting to stick to jiu-jitsu.
So what did we do?
So what was different is like when I met you, I remember you wanted to train more, but we didn't have like any that much sessions. So you would ask people. You would be like, "Do you want to train tomorrow at that time?"
Oh, you want to drill? Yeah.
Yeah, you want to drill, exactly.
Our drilling sessions turned into a mess, though. We got to work on that.
For sure. we were like blue belts, so not even like white and blue belts. At the beginning,
yeah.
We needed like partners.
This guy was working in a parking lot.
Oh yeah, I know, man. In the office, like for parking.
You'd get back from a competition by bus and then go straight to work in that parking lot for like 16 hours sitting.
That was horrible, man.
You found ways to entertain yourself, though.
I did, yeah.
You found ways to
entertain. A lot of tape or like playing video games on work.
Another computer genius right here.
Yeah, not as much as our own Jamie.
Our own Jamie, who will be on it. Who's ducking the camera today, bro?
Yeah, he's ducking the camera.
You won't be ducking for long.
Yeah. But yeah, just getting back to the subject, I was saying like having like people that are like-minded that want to get better. You gotta get after those people because you see often guys in the gym, they come in, but they don't talk a lot, or you see they want to get better, but they don't try to grab partners that are their levels and try to get better together.
Yeah.
So that's important because sometimes it's like don't just look at the guy at the top. We couldn't at blue belts we couldn't go to Firas and be like, yo, you want to drill? He's busy.
Yeah,
so you gotta 100%. Go to other partners.
So you got to take responsibility of your training, obviously.
Exactly.
Of everything, your health, your injuries, everything. You get hurt, I mean, you can always bring it back to you and make it your fault. So I think that's so to recap what we have. We have consistency. You gotta like it.
Yeah.
You gotta like what you're doing. You seek the resources you have. If you don't have access to high level training, there's instructionals now. There's a lot of really high level guys that are coming up with good instructionals.
There's no excuse anymore, I believe. Like, you know what I mean? It's like let's say back 20 years back, you're in Europe and like it's, I don't know, in a small country. Like I've met like so many people, and you did too, that like we're saying like about 10 years ago we were in our garage like, trying to get better, but we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Exactly.
Now you have like DVDs, you have like YouTube, you have like flow grappling, you have like all these like tools to get better.
Yeah, I think
gather people.
Yeah, I think people ask like, hey, how'd you get good so fast? I'm like, man, there's so many guys that are getting good just as fast, if not faster.
It's scary.
Look at Nick Rod.
Yeah, Nick Rod's a good example.
So yeah, there you have it.
All right, so next question is, can a 40-year-old start jiu-jitsu? I mean,
what is the maximum age to start jiu-jitsu?
That's actually the real question is, at what age can you start jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Right?
What do you think it is?
I would have a hard time putting...
Is it 50?
Nah.
Is it 70?
Nah, I think you can still start jiu-jitsu at 70. You know what? I think it's like...
The day before you die.
Yeah.
That's the latest you can start jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty hardcore, but...
Yeah. Actually...
I actually agree with you, especially if you're, like, healthy. You know what I mean? It's like... And by healthy, I don't mean in shape, because, like, there's no reason not to start jiu-jitsu, but let's say you're in a fucking, like, wheelchair and you're, like, 95 years old. All right.
You can still work on his guillotines, man.
You can work on like
grip fighting. There's no excuse. No excuse whatsoever.
No, you're right.
Start, get on the mats.
So, I think we have the best example, right?
We have the best example. Betty Boo.
Betty
she was actually just here, Betty Boo. What a legend,
this
man.
Week, yeah, exactly. So just for you guys who
still digesting that food.
Don't know about her. Yeah, she's running a company called Roll Forever. And the premise of the company is basically that you can Well, forever, right? There's no time to start. And
There's no
she's,
excuse. Yeah.
I think 62 now.
She's 61 and she's competing.
Yeah,
She's
competing.
flying to
Purple
compete
belt.
somewhere at 61.
Yeah, and she's like competing soon in Fight to Win.
And she started at 50?
53, I believe.
53.
So almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Even 50.
And,
Say 50.
Yeah, she's amazing. She rolls.
Yeah.
She trains almost every day, and it just shows you that there's no excuse.
Yeah, and then even though like she can't be like the top star in jiu-jitsu, she can be like the Gordon Ryan.
That's not even the question at that point. You know?
It's not just that she's getting involved in the sport in a different way. She's helping out so much, you know.
Yeah, she's been helping me.
Yeah.
And other athletes recently in the last year a lot, and she's.
Yeah, she helps out local. How does she help out? She grows the scene locally. You start in your nearest surroundings, and then you start to expand, which is what she's doing now. She's coming here and helping guys out here. She takes care of the North Carolina or Virginia or South Carolina, basically East Coast, that part right there. Sets up, you know, brings in seminars. What do seminars do? They raise the level of everybody. What happens next? These guys go compete, do good. Now these guys that are winning are helping beginners. What does that mean?
She brought like JT. Keenan, like
Gordon. Yeah.
I mean, she brought me. I'm not a big name, but she did brought me. So that's not bad at all.
100%.
What else? Like so like to get back to the question, basically, can a 40-year-old start jiu-jitsu?
Yeah,
Obviously,
of course.
There is no time. Even
be smart.
Yeah, be smart.
Who you train with? Don't train with 200-pound.
Like Nicky Rod.
Yeah, don't train with Nicky Rod. I mean, you can train with him. Actually, Nicky Rod can take it easy, man.
Cool.
To be honest, I've seen him take it easy and like roll pretty light.
He took it easy with me last time, so like.
Yeah.
He knows how not to be an asshole.
Exactly. Yeah. So be responsible. You know, obviously. Don't go crazy with if your body hurts somewhere also.
Yeah, and you know what I think
light.
is like, even if you're 40-year-old and you feel like, oh, I'm out of shape, I haven't done sport in forever. A lot of people say like that's. I'm sure that topic has been like.
Let me get in shape to start jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
you will get in shape doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
That's the best way to get in shape.
Because you do full body movement, you learn a skill, and you're like
useful skill.
Yeah. And you're actively like working.
You're with people, you're engaging, you know what I mean?
Social at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't go to the gym, run on a treadmill, and then try to come to jiu-jitsu. It will not happen.
Even running on treadmill, I don't even think running on treadmill will help you lose weight. If you're doing sprints, fair enough. If you're doing specific types of workout, that will help you burn.
But you need to change your diet and all that stuff, and it's boring. Unless you're narrow.
If you're doing jiu-jitsu, you can eat bad and lose weight and get in shape, basically.
Let's not take this as an advice. Especially if you're past 40 years old, you never know. But
yeah.
For us, it works.
Hey man, we had a good meal with Betty, didn't we?
Damn, yeah, we went to Liverpool House.
If you're in Montreal, if you're listening and you haven't been to Montreal, you need to come down in Montreal.
Shout out to Chef Gabriel Drapeau.
Legend.
He made us. We couldn't sit straight.
No. I had to like lean, like kind of what I'm doing now. I have to lean and.
Taz was like,
I'm leaning over. Anyways, you start whenever. There's no excuse. Try it. And if you're trying it, wait until you start, don't quit until you submit somebody and feel how nice it is to get a choke on somebody.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like the first, it's always a hard sport, but at the same time, I find when it starts paying off and being rewarding, awesome it is.
Then it snowballs.
Yeah, it snowballs.
It gets
exactly,
bigger and bigger.
It is tough at the beginning.
Yeah.
But that's why people do it. So
100%.
I think that question's simple. The answer is pretty simple.
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Yeah. Next question.
Shall we?
Let's get this out of the way.
Yeah, you can throw that.
You can recycle it. Not gonna piss anybody off.
Number 3, Pablo.
Pablo, I couldn't find out where you're from, but thank you for the question. Pablo Murillo, something like that.
Instagram? It's just Pablo?
Pablo _ something.
_something.
Yeah.
We'll have
Murillo.
to put shout outs to people.
Yeah. But thank you guys for the questions,
Maybe
obviously.
future,
If it wasn't for your questions, we would not know what to talk about right now. We'd be just silent, just looking at you guys.
We'd probably say some stupid shit and laugh at each other. But next time, maybe in the future, we'll be able to put the question on the screen. That would be sick. They could appear, and then we could
What do you think, Valerio? Can we make it happen?
He's doing a thumb up.
We're gonna do some. Yeah, he summed up. We'll make it happen. We're gonna do some cool stuff. This is the test. This is just we're filling out, and there we go. So.
All right. So
shoot.
From Pablo, I'm trying to read.
My writing is terrible. I'm left-handed, so I have an excuse. And
Okay, so-
dude, how often do you write? How often do you take a pen and write nowadays?
More than before, but less
you're
than,
journaling.
But less than. Yeah. Okay. So.
It's if it's part of your morning routine to journal, which is not bad.
I journal every day.
Yeah.
No, actually, you're laughing, but I did it for a while last year, but I just don't do it anymore. But I write. I still write a bit, not as much as when I was.
You know what I do right during ADCC camp that was helping me a lot. I had a board in Harlem.
Oh, really?
I had like dude, New York's so expensive. You pay so much, you get so soft.
But you get a board.
Not even. I get to my room, they're like fully furnished. There are not even any pillows, right? So I get in, I go on Amazon, and then that's where it all started. You go on Amazon, and then you can buy this, you can buy that.
And you buy like a pillow, and they're like, you can have a board with your.
You can have a board. I'm like, board is a sick idea. So, anyways, that's what I would write. I'd write, all right, this because John shows so much, so much, which is good, which is great. But then you got to work on it. You got to try it out when you're rolling. Otherwise, it goes in, it goes out.
Yeah, that's it. It's too much.
So I would write things down, and that's it. That's when I would write. But anyways, yeah. What was the question?
Yeah, no, but that's actually smart. Like,
yeah, it reminds you like, you wake up and you see, you're like, oh, I need to work on reversals.
You know, actually,
this kind of reversal, this grip. You're like, okay, boom, you go training, you know what to do.
Back, like that brutal ride from, because I stayed in the Giza.
Oh yeah. That tread. I call it the treadmill. The treadmill. You're just in the car and it's like you're on a treadmill. So it's the highway.
You finish like. So first you got to get in the city, but you finish from in the city training.
What a mission!
Go back to New Jersey, horrible in traffic. But that's when I pick up my cell phone and I'm actually taking notes of what John.
But you're not writing.
I'm not writing that.
That's why my writing's bad.
I'll buy a board in Nikki's car.
Yeah.
Just put it on the ceiling and fucking write it down after.
Try it out. We'll try it out, man.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Information on how to apply the information that you learn on instructionals.
Yeah.
So how to apply like the information you're getting from a DVD.
To be honest, I haven't watched any instructionals. I'm going to be very honest. Most of the instructionals that people are buying that I hear from are from the squad. Yeah, I hear like it's doing such but do you have access to that when you're training?
Yeah, exactly.
I tell Gordon, he shows me the sequence. I remember during camp, I'm like, oh, like, what do you do from here? He's like, do this, that.
Yeah, just align them.
I'm like, wow, man, this is sick. He's like, yeah, it's in the DVD. I'm like, damn, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I don't know that stuff.
Dude, I know. I've seen some clips.
Yeah.
I haven't bought any DVD for the same reason as Taza. Like, I don't travel I didn't spend like 5 months in New York City for ADCC.
Gotta have a budget for that, man. Lifetime savings. Right, Val? Anyways.
But I've seen some clips, and I've seen recently some clips of Lackland too. Yes, DVDs are coming out obviously after his big wins at ADCC.
Fair play, man.
I think, like you said, whatever they're showing is like stuff they would show you in the gym, right? In the basement.
Yeah.
It's like whatever Gordon and John has been showing recently, like you'll find it in DVD. So the DVD. So I think the best way to apply.
I have a buddy called Max. If anybody's listening to this and wants to organize what is being said on the, and you want to organize what is being said because it's a lot of talking and doing. So there's so much being thrown at you. He has mind maps. It's called.
It's like a flow chart.
Yeah, so he'll have like these trees and like it'll be organized in a way where like it makes sense. Personally, I haven't done it. I haven't done anything like that, but I think if you want to give it a try, that's
I think that works well, especially for some.
Frost used to talk about it a lot.
Yeah,
Frost used to say,
tell us to do it. Like,
mind maps.
Obviously, never did it, but
do it because we're training. We're training all the time, so that's what I mean. Like, if for different goals, different styles of training, different ways of training. You know what I mean? You gotta adapt to you.
Some guys like have full-time job.
Yeah.
They train at night and then I don't know, they have family and stuff like that. So
and they have the bug and they want to get better fast.
Yeah, exactly. And they still want to get better fast. They'll have like that mind map or the DVDs. I met a lot of people in Europe that were buying John's DVDs.
Everybody. Every place I went to, they're asking me questions about the DVD. I'm like, wow, you know that. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, boom.
Sometimes they come up with stuff and I'm like, with names that I didn't even know just because I know the move. I don't necessarily know the name.
What's cool about that is that you show up to a place and then they have some kind of knowledge already. So you can go right into like the details, linking things up, you know, things that, you know, like you add your own touch, the way you do it, depending on reaction you get. So it gets beneficial also. It makes teaching seminars, for me anyways, more enjoyable.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like,
Because it's a little more advanced and they're asking good
I'm sure
questions.
you've seen a difference in the last like year or two.
Oh, huge,
Like,
man.
since the
Huge,
DVDs are out,
huge.
like when you travel.
Levels blowing up everywhere, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to apply the information, like just to answer the question, I would say just like if you have the DVD, Mindmap is a great option.
Yeah.
The other option could be like having like, because I know like a lot of people have been telling me John's DVDs are a bit long. You know,
Yeah,
he doesn't teach us like that. He teaches us like really quick, like shows the moves 2 times and it's like, let's go.
You know why? Because he knows what's important. He knows the importance of details.
Yeah.
You'll watch some people teach sometimes, they'll telling you about how they're positioning their pinky and like underneath the, like these details, they matter obviously, but you got to focus on which detail matters the most, you know?
So he's breaking down the technique to make us understand really well and quick.
It's like a minute.
Get to work.
He'll talk for a minute and then we're drilling already. It's amazing.
But in the DVD, he has the time to explain everything.
Yeah.
So I would say, like someone like Pablo who's like struggling maybe to like figure out the information, how to apply it.
Yeah.
Take a section of the DVD, listen to it a couple of times, and go in the gym with intentions. Like
Try it,
and try it.
Try it before you roll.
Yeah.
Try it a bit before you roll. Don't just. Yeah.
Explain to him like what you understood.
Exactly. Let him know what you want from this. So also drilling, like sometimes I'll tell beginners, like when they're drilling, I'll tell them, like, you know what the person's trying to get. You know what you guys are drilling. So at first it's okay to help the person even. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like in judo, even our friend Mike, in judo, he'll tell us like, all right, help the guy get the foot sweep so he can work on timing.
He's always saying like being a good partner.
Yeah, the guy getting drilled on also needs to know what's happening. So let your drilling partner know, obviously, and then
if you can, man, like share it,
share it
with your partner. You can like, bring it, let's say on a tablet or something.
Yeah.
You listen to it. You do it together. That's the whole point of
teach it to someone. Teaching something will make you understand it better.
Makes you that much better. We were talking about that recently.
Yeah, 100%. I was talking to Braulio actually when we were at the Midol camp. Braulio's a legend. If you don't know him, if you don't know who Braulio's team is and you're listening to this,
leave the podcast.
Actually, no. If you don't know him, look him up and start Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, he was saying teaching helped him so much. When he won double gold in Nottingham, the ADCC, he was training with white and blue belts.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Roger, the same thing, I believe. Henzo did the same thing. They left from New York.
Recently, like Accurate was saying something about that. Like he trained with like mostly blue belts.
I believe so, maybe, but
that's crazy.
It's crazy how teaching can help. So again, depending on what you have, resources, you can find a way to get better. It's up to you. It's a good point.
That is cool to see.
So yeah, communicate, teach, let your guys know, and there you go. If that doesn't work, I don't know what will.
We do a next one?
Next.
Yeah, I think we went around it.
Right.
Number 4, Betty and
Owen from BC, Betty from Roll Forever. We were just talking about her. Owen from On Guard.
Like the same question.
Similar question. We have a lot of questions that were similar. We just kind of like a lot of people ask the same questions about like this, for example.
So we obviously I might shout out after a couple of guys or people on my Instagram, but we were sharing a couple of the same questions. So for Betty and Owen, how do you prepare mentally for competition? This is a great question. Because it's so subjective.
The day of, they were saying.
Oh, the day of.
Yeah, I didn't write it down. The day of, day of, or how do you prepare mentally? You have to wake up in a meditative state, light up candles and incense, and start to meditate.
With rain music behind.
Yeah, with rain music.
Make sure you journal.
Yeah, you journal, you write everything. And when you take a shower, the water has to be at 38 degrees. Like exactly.
38.5.
8.5 if you want to play with fire a bit.
I like to play with fire.
Yeah. Then you need to do a couple of sun salutations. And then you should have it. Sorry to break the romance. That's not how you prepare mentally for a competition. The day of the competition, there's a lot of things that different people pump up in different ways. You see some people slapping themselves in the head. You see some people, like at ADCC, we were in the warm-up room. It was a pretty sick warm-up room. You see guys doing different things. Lucas is literally chilling, sitting there, not doing much. Just relaxing, stretching. JT is drilling. Wagner is literally rolling, 100%. It's different, different. Whatever works for you is work. I think to prepare, it's the time before the competition.
Yeah.
That's how you prepare.
Yeah.
Prepare mentally.
It's still a great question because it's like more subjective as a question. So I think what they want to know is what you do.
What I do?
I'll say what I do after, but like, what do you personally?
Personally,
like, mentally prepare before like day of.
I try to keep things similar to my other days, the preparation. I try to keep it similar to the days of preparation. Days of preparation, there's not much you got to figure out.
So
How are you
training, right?
Yeah, how you go training. I go training. I'm pretty happy. I'm about to roll. I see it as I'm about to go roll. Have like an open mat or something like that.
Yeah,
and like I'll try to think about is technique.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll try to think of technique.
Much like visualization or like about the match or how it can go and like seeing the technique in your head. You do that?
I think we automatically do it.
Yeah.
And then some people visualize bad outcomes. Some people visualize good outcomes. Obviously, if you want to visualize a good outcome. In my opinion, it probably helps more than visualizing yourself getting just Obviously, if you want to visualize good things, right?
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes maybe like
can give you ideas. If you have good ideas, all right, but you still have to try it the next day on the mats, right?
For me, it's kind of the same.
Preparation.
I wake up and I'm just like, I try to have it like, I felt like, especially recently, I've been competing a bit more, and I felt like recently, the less I care about it, which I'm just going on another day, you know?
Yeah. That's one thing. Yeah, the rhythm of competition is something that you get. It's good. You know, you compete often. You're more comfortable doing it. You know what I mean?
And, it's like not getting in your own head, you know, like not thinking about like the outcome too much.
Yeah.
Just thinking about like, all right, technique and you know what?
There are other things you could be thinking about, like just preparation, your warm up, your things you want to work on. Yeah, you have your food ready. You know what time you got to go. You know what to be at the venue.
Stress free, right?
Prepare everything. Have everything ready. Basically.
Being stress free is the best. You know something that has been helping me a lot in the last couple of competitions is like when I did the BJJ Fanatic, the brown belt tournament.
That was a sick comp.
That was really nice.
Shout out to the guys from BJJ Fanatics.
BJJ Fanatic, and they're putting on like a big show on the 15th. November 15th.
It teamed up with Flo, which is cool.
With Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
Obviously, and a lot of big names.
We have a couple of guys from Montreal doing it. We have Lucas from GB. Willen. We got Corey from 10th Planet.
Yeah,
he's in it. Good, man. They're getting in with big names. Guess what? They're going to get better. Their students are going to get better. Their students are going to start teaching other people, and now the sport is growing.
Yeah. So, and those guys, they have a shot at other black belts that are around there. You never know what can happen in a tournament.
Sub only, man. You can, anything can happen.
Yeah, over time. What I was saying is at BJJ Fanatic, at the brown belt event, Gordon was there and he was helping me, Nick Ronan, Isaac, and just warming up and he was making us go through some drills. You know,
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. I know what you mean. Yeah.
You get in such confidence of just like, okay, elevation, getting in the leg. The guy tries to escape. You just fall up, and then doing that a couple of times, you're relaxed after because you know you're ready to just.
It's so sick having John at the competition, man. It's so different. It's amazing. It's really cool.
I remember I had him once, but not in my corner, but he was warming up some people, and he helped me warm up at Kasai and do this. The best warm up.
It's nice.
Gordon is real nice to have. And Gary too.
Gordon, fucking beast. So anyways, preparation is good. Good warm-up, I think, is good. Take care of the things you have control over. Like if you get at the venue ahead of time, you know, you ate good, you're hydrated, whatever. You're on weight. Things you can control, you know, make sure they're all set. And it's weeks or month of preparation. That's what's going to make you feel comfortable and confident mentally.
Well trained, you're ready to go, right?
Yeah.
If you're ready to go, you should be mentally ready and confident.
That's
confident, it. You build it in the gym, not on the day of. The day of, you should be relaxed and just do what you've been training.
100%. Good. Next.
That's a good question. So let's go on the next.
Ben
We'll probably have time for more questions than that, actually.
Maybe. Ben ouais, c'est bon.
Yeah, we're good. C'est bon.
C'est bon.
All right, from Lance.
Lance. Yeah, Lance.
All right. How do you hydrate after training and keeping track of weight?
Yeah,
so it's like two questions. So how do you hydrate after training? That's a pretty easy one.
How do you hydrate? You grab your water, my friend. You chug it down.
Have a bottle of water.
Or a Gatorade. Coconut water. I like coconut water after training.
Coconut water is good after training.
Costa Rica was sick, man. We were training and
you had real coconut.
And you go downstairs to the supermarket. It's a real coconut.
Yeah, I know.
Just stick it in. Money.
I've been there once with Ethan. We're doing the same thing. That's
Yeah,
the life right there.
yeah.
Like you're training and you have like a fresh cocoa.
Arturo, shout out to you, my man.
Arturo, man, the man.
Dude, honestly, I went back not too long ago, and the level literally of everybody has gone up.
Well, Arturo is making sure. Arturo basically is running the gym in Costa Rica, Gracie Baja, right? And he's bringing guys.
Similar to what Betty's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Similar.
He brought Taz and Damien recently.
Bro, he brought legends. Braulio, he brought Edwin, Homolo,
Yeah, exactly.
Mendez bros. Yeah, just legend.
Just so at some point, it's for sure your ranking is gonna come up, and he's seeing that. He knows in the long run it's gonna pay off, and those guys, like you said, they're gonna teach, and it's just like that's how you grow. Like jiu-jitsu, it's by community and bringing people to that level.
Back to the coconut water. How do you hydrate after training?
Personally, I'm a simple guy. I like water. I just look. Sometimes we finish training super late at night. That's a bit of a hard one because like you don't have time enough to drink, get to bed, and then like sleep, and then the day after you feel a bit fucked. But usually I drink before, during, and after training a lot of water just to make sure. I'm not big on like sports drink. It happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll have like BCA and they have like hydration stuff inside. It's probably garbage, but
water, man.
Whatever. Water is drink, man.
Yep. Next.
Yeah. Next.
Next question.
Keeping track of your weight. Right.
Keeping track of your weight. Scale.
Have a scale.
Scale, especially if you're competing. Keep track of your weight.
Yeah. You should just be around like your healthy weight most of the time. Yeah.
Oh, we got a good question next. This one's from Frankie in Montreal.
Frankie.
Yeah.
All right. And he's from Montreal.
Yeah, trains here. He does the best kimchi pancakes ever. If I were him, I'd stop everything and I'd just open like food trucks. Kimchi pancake.
It's like park right in front of the garage door.
Yeah, done.
People can train and eat fucking pancakes right after. All right, so building revenue stream both as an upcoming athlete and as an established pro. That's a good.
So we were just talking about it. This guy was working in a parking lot.
Yeah, so basically when I started jiu-jitsu, I was a university student.
It's different for a lot of people because how I did it was different from how you did it.
Yeah, absolutely.
How other people are doing it. So we'll just tell them how we do it and then we'll come up with a...
Yeah, and then we can discuss about it. But when I started jiu-jitsu, university student, I had an apartment, I had shit to pay, like just regular, and I was working part-time to pay my student fees and my all this stuff. So and I start liking jiu-jitsu a lot, and I'm like, all right, I want to give it a shot, but at the same time, like I got to make a bit of money.
Plus, you were married.
And I was married. Yeah, guys, don't do that. All right. All right. If you want to,
at your own risk.
Best advice: don't get married. And don't have an apartment, and don't go to school if you want to be a pro in jiu-jitsu. But
no,
I made it. See, I made it a bit for now, so everything's going well now. But so I think it depends on what's happening in your life at that moment. Are you like just out of school and you're trying to go pro in jiu-jitsu? Then it might be easier if you have support from your family and from people around you. If you don't, well, you gotta deal with what you have. So it means, for me, it was like I needed to train as much as possible. Like we were training a lot at that time, but I had to make sure I was able to go to work on Saturday, Sunday, and then maybe extra hour from time to time to get a bit of money to like breathe and then be able to like compete a bit. And I worked. One of my big goals when I was working, and you remember I was miserable when I was working on.
Oh yeah.
I would sit at an office for 16 hours. So you're like you're doing jiu-jitsu, and then you go to work, and then you feel like crap because you just sat on your ass for a long time. So my goal was like, okay, I need to find a way to monetize this. How do I do it? So I started obviously training more, getting more knowledge, trying to start teaching a bit of classes at TriStar Gym at that moment, right? And by teaching, it would give me first more knowledge, but I would be able to maybe leverage a bit to get some privates. Some people would start asking for privates.
Yeah.
It would be an extra source of income.
Yeah.
And my goal was to be able to have enough people that I train every day to quit my job and be able to travel, get better, teach more private, and just leverage my extra time into extra work in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. So to sum it up,
Yeah.
making sacrifices.
Making sacrifices.
Yeah.
By the way, that's why I'm not married anymore. Making sacrifices.
The sacrifice would be to get married.
Yeah, that would be
That would be a sacrifice, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
Not the other way around. You don't get. Would you get married? I don't know. Anyways, so building, yeah. So making sacrifices, obviously. For me, what I was doing, I saved up a bunch of money. I was working in restaurants, before I even knew what jiu-jitsu was, and so, wow, I didn't really know what to do with the money, to be honest. So I was like, I gotta invest.
So
I gotta invest in something. I was like, hey, let me invest in myself. And then when I started jiu-jitsu, I was like, that's what I want to invest in, get better at it.
Yeah.
So I used some of that saved up money to, while I was going to school, to go to Henzo's back and forth. And
yeah, you were traveling a lot at the beginning.
once you got to the point where I was good enough to start making some money, traveling, teaching, and competing, it was. I had a way to start making money by teaching. So I have various streams of income in jiu-jitsu, but they mostly happen once you start getting good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can't be a white belt and then expect to make a living out of it.
And
no offense.
Like privates and seminars. And
you got to get good. So at first you got to find ways, do with what you have.
So basically it's about like gaining a skill, expertise, and I think you can translate that to any field, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you're a computer programmer, but you suck at it. You just started. Like, don't expect to have gigs like that are paying you like 10, 20K for like some I don't know, some like projects. It's gonna take time, and you got to get good.
Yeah.
That's the only. So what you did.
Do your time.
Was it? Yeah, do your time.
Do your time, and then it will come. Even sponsors, like we get messages from we get messages from people who've been training white blue belts. Like, yeah, but sponsors will start to come in once you have
visibility.
Once sponsors can see a way for them to make something out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when sponsors will start to come, but it'll come at a certain point. And then
I think a lot of people are in a rush these days, especially like to be honest, it's like when you look at Tazo, let's say you, Ethan, you guys got good really fast because you put in the time though. Like, I hate when people tells me like, oh, Tazo's like so talented. Of course you're talented, but at the same time, it's like the guy was like in the gym like every single day,
training,
never missing it. That money that you were saying that you had saved up, you use it to travel. You used it to like invest in yourself. And look, I remember just for traveling or competition, sometimes I would load my credit card a bit because I had to do it. I was like,
tell me about that.
Yeah, loading our credit card, like I did that a couple of times just for traveling, and I have no problem saying it because I had a vision in mind, and you have a vision too. It's like
another thing.
I know it's gonna pay off.
Yeah, another thing that you need to do is I find that what helps a lot is no matter what your level is, you got to get involved in the community that you're in, your jiu-jitsu community. If you help out, you'll see doors start to open up. That's basically what happened with Val. I got injured. I was here. He needed somebody to teach some nogi. Boom, perfect. You got to look around. You got to be open-minded. You got to go left, right, and try, get involved, We'll
have to invite Valerio on the podcast because
legend.
He's used to being behind a computer.
Behind the computer.
We'll need him in front of the camera.
Exactly. And then once you start getting involved in the community, there are many ways for you to start generating income. Doors will open, like even if you've been training for like, let's say a year, you can teach something to somebody who's been training, for 0 days.
Just to make you like better at teaching an example. Teaching is a skill in itself, right?
I was actually talking to Luca the other day, one of our what's it called? One of our training partners. He's a blue belt at TriStar. He hasn't been training for that long. He goes to school. I was like, do you know if there's like a jiu-jitsu program? He's like, I don't think there is. I tell him,
make one.
You want to make a living out of jiu-jitsu, right? Like, what do you do? He's like, I go to like social something, I don't know.
Social science probably.
Social science, go to law. I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah, but I want to do jiu-jitsu. So I'm like, wait, is there jiu-jitsu there? That would be a good idea for him. As a 19-year-old, I think, you go and you start teaching. You're a blue belt.
And he's a competitive blue belt. He's there every day. So.
And he has resources to learn. Like he has people. Yeah, people can help him and everything. So I think that's a good way to generate income, get involved, find opportunities, people you want to teach, get good, work hard, make sacrifices.
That's it.
I think we're good.
I think just another little thing on that question is like Frankie was asking to an established pro. So like you are established
as an
now.
established pro. Yeah.
How do you make income? I think
helping others you will see clearly how you can make income at the same time. Betty, for example, she was just telling me she just wanted to help out.
Yeah.
And that's what she was doing. She's bringing seminars, she was doing this, she's doing that, and she had a brand to back it up. Now she's doing a rash guard. Everybody wants to buy it. Now she's making money without even. She's like, I'm making money, I didn't want to do it. But her initial goal was to help out.
Yeah, she was like that was like you said, initial goal. She just wanted to help young athletes.
Yeah.
And older athletes to make the brand and she has a brand behind. And now I was traveling and people were asking me about the rash guard. They were like, how can I get this? I'm like,
it's coming.
I only had one, but
there's hers are coming, and then we're gonna come up with something pretty sick.
I have some nice rash guards that are ready to sell soon. So
yeah,
we're gonna keep in touch with that. And the other thing, as an established pro, I think it's always comes with teaching. Yes,
teaching.
You can win maybe, I don't know, a couple of thousands of dollars in tournaments, but at the end of the day, teaching is the main income in jiu-jitsu.
As of now, where we are in the sport, I think
seminars, teaching, having a school,
instructionals.
It's all about passing the knowledge,
giving back.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. Next.
Actually,
picking. Yeah.
I might have one on my Instagram that got sent, but I think it was a great one because a lot of people are asking about the workload, during
training.
With training. And which is a great question because there's always that fine line in between, are you lazy or are you overtraining?
Mm-hmm.
And we've been, especially on the overtraining end, for a long time.
Dude, what was I telling you the other day? Thursday, perfect example. This guy, my hips are sore.
Yeah.
All right, teaches a private. We're about to train, 5:30. So he teaches private, 5:30. We're all getting ready. He jumps in. As an athlete, it's easier to overtrain than to pull back. It's much easier.
I told everyone I would not train.
This actually goes in line. Hold on, we're gonna link it with another question. Biggest contributor to ACL recovery, Mo from Calgary. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
So from what I remember from the recovery, ACL recovery, obviously there are downsides to it.
Yeah.
You can't train. Going through reconstruction in your leg, whatever, it's cool. The first couple of weeks, you on a crutch, you can't do much.
Yeah.
It sucks. You can still do some things. You have to do some things, actually.
Yeah.
You don't have the choice. Once you get off the crutches, it's not as bad. You can train.
Yeah.
So jiu-jitsu, what does...
Physiotherapy?
Yeah. Tom was physiomentum. He was giving me some tough workouts. After 6 weeks, I was like... getting in some good workouts. Yeah, you can train.
Yeah.
But what does that say? Because I was like, it wasn't that bad. Obviously, I miss training a lot. I miss competing. Took me out of the rhythm for a bit. Yeah. But I could still teach. I spent a lot of time in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's true. Remember, we were doing camps there.
Yeah, Fight IQ, Donovan, big man. But yeah, I was training. I was able. So mentally, it's easier because you can still get that same satisfaction you get from a workout.
Problem, right? That the fact that you can just training is easier than not training for us.
Yeah.
We're so used to training and jiu-jitsu is so appealing to us because we have a passion for it. Obviously, we do it full time, but so Thursday, like you said, I told everyone I'm not going to train. I'm all fucked up.
Next thing you know, this guy is scrapping.
Obviously,
scrapping. Goes with the heaviest guy in the gym.
Yeah, I go with Oscar.
Oscar. Good luck to Oscar.
Yeah, he's fighting soon. God damn it.
Yeah.
So the question I had was how can you make sure you're not lazy, but you're not overtraining either? So what's the question? I think it was from Gina. She trained at TriStar actually. She's the up and coming Gina.
Gina.
Yeah, it starts with a Z.
Z. Yeah. So wasn't it be Zena?
No, actually, I think you said Gina.
Gina. That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
We'll ask her.
I fuck up completely. No, that's not how you pronounce it.
We'll ask her.
Yeah, she was wondering how can you train to be, but you're still productive, but you're not getting completely wrecked at the end of the week. So what's the schedule for you?
Do you guys know a way that you can train unlimited amounts of session and be okay?
Steroids. I mean acai, right? Or
turmeric.
Put it a bit in your tea.
Turmeric and honey. You mix it up.
Yeah.
Incense, yeah. Incense, perfect.
Yoga.
Nang champa?
Matcha latte.
Matcha latte. That's a good way.
Yeah, there's always the the other way to make sure you train unlimited amount. But let's say for us,
if you want to limit and you're thinking long term and longevity, you want to get good, you want to bang yourself out. I really like what Faraz was saying yesterday. He was talking about you do your jiu-jitsu and then you do a bit of workout after.
Like conditioning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Conditioning after. I like that. I've been doing that. I've been skipping like doing just a session of workout.
Yeah, I feel it's
go and then you just do a workout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I feel it's a bit brutal sometimes if you're like, okay, I'm going to do one session of like just conditioning.
Yeah.
It's like it takes you an hour or two and you do too much.
There are so many pros and cons. A lot of people, there's so much science around and bro science and the bro science, just go on social media, you'll find it. But anyways, the thing is the pros and cons, you got to see what works for you. People say, yeah, you train hard, you're used to being in tough conditions and whatnot. But you
could be true.
Which could be true, but you can kind of force these conditions after training. You're tired. You're trying to train, you're already tired and you're lifting things, and you're doing sprints and you mix it up. You can do, shorter reps, longer reps. You can do exercises like Turkish get-ups. They're pretty general if you don't want to do like a big. There are ways. You got to see what works for you. But I personally think you got to do your jiu-jitsu, obviously.
Yeah.
You got to do your training.
Yeah.
You got to do some conditioning. You got to maintain your body as much as you can.
But yeah, one of the things too is like, I think conditioning should not even be a question now anymore.
No. You can get your conditioning by rolling, yeah.
Taza comes back from like ACL recovery, a full year of like recovery because, and I remember you telling me that it might have been because of the fatigue, overtraining, and the fact that you were not taking care of your legs.
Dude, I couldn't squat. I was so weak. Legs were so weak.
We were just doing like pure jiu-jitsu all the time, hard. So at some point, yeah, we're young, we're in good shape, but at some point, something's gonna break. Shit happens, but at the same time, it's because we were not really taking care of ourselves as much as today.
Yep.
And now, if you see Taz in the gym, as soon as he's done doing jiu-jitsu, he's gonna start like lifting weight, but like in a manner where he's protecting his knee, making sure everything's solid.
Yep.
He's doing warm-ups too. We used to not warm up.
Nothing, just jump right into rolls.
I had 2 surgeries, not as bad as yours, 2 meniscus, but.
Yeah.
Even then, after the second one, I was like, all right, never again.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to be scared of injuries. Learn from our mistakes. That's what we didn't do. We didn't take care of like the joints.
Bodies.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're just like jumping in, going crazy, training super hard, more, and being like mentally it's easy to train, like you said, but you're drained.
It's easier to train. Yeah, it's easier to just I'll go.
Yeah. So resting is important. Obviously, you need like sessions that you're not going crazy all the time. You can train twice a day from time to time. You don't have to do it every single day, 7 days a week, because at some point it's gonna like.
In camp, we were doing 7 days a week.
Yeah.
In camp, we were doing 7 days a week.
Around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can. If you redline yourself, you're not gonna be able to if you maintain that for a long time, something's gonna give, obviously. So yeah, basically that's how do you sustain a big load? Listen to your body. And then one of our teammates was saying like, hey, I've been training once, and then I'm like excited to go training. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mike actually.
Yeah, he was saying it. I agree with him. Yeah, and he's still getting good.
Yeah, he's saying like I train once a day. And I'm excited to train. I'm not tired, and I feel my sessions are better.
Yeah.
I feel I can do more because I'm mentally like focused. But I feel the downside to that is like camps.
Oh yeah, no, camps. You gotta push
There's
it.
a moment to peak, right?
Yeah. You gotta push it. If you're competing, you're looking to get good. There are so many ways to get better, but I think ultimately rolling helps. Nothing like rolling. You will do a lot. It's as close as you're gonna get the competition. But can you just roll all the time hard?
No, you can, but it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
I think at some point you see it, like even at Henzo's, like you see guys taking a day off or like a session off here and there. Everybody's saying, we train like 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, we're training hard.
Honestly, like. When you're there, you just start seeing it. You see guys, they will show up every day.
Like zombies.
They'll either like zombies if they do that, or they'll skip a session here and there because they wake up and they're like, fuck, I can't even move, man.
Yeah, it's a spiritual experience, a camp there.
Oh yeah, it's brutal. I haven't done as much as you, but it is brutal.
Yeah.
For the couple of weeks I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got on the top.
We covered. Yeah.
I think you gotta listen to your body too. Like, don't be lazy, but at the same time, don't redline yourself. There's moment to rest, moment to go.
Mix it up. Mix it up. There are times for everything. Times
mix up your exercise to your conditioning. Mixing it up
mix it up.
Thing like you were saying.
Yeah, I did a beep test the other day, man. It was really good. Beep test,
I fucking hate that beep test.
It's a good way to.
It's good to see where you're at.
Best way to measure your VO2 max without machines.
Yep.
Which is good.
True. That's true.
Yeah. Once a week sprints. That's what I should have done for ADCC camp. Sprints.
Yes.
I didn't do many sprints. Like I would, no.
On the assault bike, it's a good thing.
On the assault bike, but the thing is, I was doing jits twice a day. So now I'm already beat up, and then it's taking longer for my legs to recover because it's still healing up from that surgery.
You still feel it, right? You were saying?
I feel it a bit today. Now after training, we rolled pretty hard. I feel it. You know what I mean? So it's normal. It's normal, but you gotta, like tomorrow, for example, I'll take it easy.
More easy.
Take it easy. I'll do something, but very light. You know,
smart,
just get some blood flowing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yep.
Next
one.
What we got?
Pick it up.
Which one did you just ask? Building.
It was like on my Instagram actually.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Let's go over one from Hansa Brno, Czech Republic.
Oh, Hansa, yeah.
He's cool guy. Really cool round. Came and helped us out during
the ADCC camp.
He was there. Cool training partner.
Yeah. He's fun to roll with, and he's like very technical.
Motivated.
Yeah. He's doing well too. He's winning some stuff.
A lot of guys back in Europe, man, have that mindset where it's just a mindset. You get in to get better, to compete, to train, and wherever you are in the world, you're still gonna get better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you don't have to be necessarily.
Don't say you can't do it because you're not training with the best in the world. You can still do it. So anyways, this question is, any tips for training trips and cross training? How to make the most out of it? So basically, he wants to, he's obviously traveling. He traveled to Henzo's. He wants to know how he can make the most out of training at Henzo's in the time he did. And what about cross training and all that? Cross training, I think, is good.
Yeah, I believe too.
It depends on the city you're in, the scene you're in, what you're doing, and who you're competing against. Let's give you an example. I'm cross training. I'm at Henzo's and I'm going to Unity. Yeah. Couple of blocks away.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Every day. Why is that not okay? Because now the guys are picking up on my style.
Yeah, and they're Henzo's and Unity are actively competing against each other.
But they get my style. They're seeing what we do.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing what they're doing.
No.
Well, you can see in competition. I'm just giving an example. So that's the thing. If you want to cross train, I was talking actually to Pablo again about that during the camp. We went to Puerto Rico. Modolfo, shout out to you, legend. Organized the craziest ADCC of all time.
ADCC too.
Even better. Right? Yeah. So anyways, I was talking to Brian and he was like, cross training is good, but you got to do it like rarely. If you're in a big city with a lot of, competitive gyms. Now, another thing, the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
In BC, a lot of gyms train together. It's awesome.
That's cool.
I was training, you had like literally 4 gyms in one room.
Yeah.
That's what we do here also, Mizu.
I'll say that the open mat at Mizu that started last year.
Yeah, on Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays, it's the best thing because you get guys from every school. Everyone is welcome. And
different styles.
As Val says, it's like as long as you have a good attitude, If you're an asshole, just stay home. But obviously having guys from different school and you get good guys from different school, it's nice. You can exchange knowledge. You can exchange just hard training.
Yeah.
And we're not competing against each other anyway. So.
Yeah. I was watching I was watching one of the blue belts from TriStar go with another blue belt, and it was like it's good for them, man.
Oh.
Like these guys are rolling with each other and seeing a complete different stuff. Maybe for us, because we're used to traveling, doing seminars and all that, we still get great training between each other, but. If you're not used to training somewhere else and getting a different style, at first it's a shock because you're getting new reactions that you're not used to. Because when
every school has different styles, right?
Yeah, 100%. Not only that.
Yeah, you get that often. So I think that form of training in a city where obviously you're not competing directly against the other school. I think
it's also good if you're in a smaller city and the scene is somewhat big and the competition. Here also another thing, we're not allowed to do competitions in Montreal.
Yeah.
What's up with that, man? What a mess.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been 2-3 years now.
2 years, Valerie, right?
3 years.
3.
That's crazy.
Madness.
And it's a legislation, and obviously with legislation in Quebec and Canada, it takes.
Yeah, you probably know better.
Ever.
Didn't you used to study in
I did study politics.
Politics, yeah. Boring.
Yeah, it just makes you realize how less you want to get involved in it.
Just so you know how much less you want to go into it.
Yeah,
If you want to do it, we're not discouraging you.
No.
If you want to do it, do it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
we need people to do it, but
Somebody's got to do it.
I'd rather do podcasts about Jiu-Jitsu, man.
About how you don't want to do politics. Yeah.
So yeah, we can like the fact that we can compete directly in Montreal makes us not compete against each other. So well, good thing for cross training, bad thing for the scene, because young guys that want to get better, they got to spend money to travel.
Yeah.
Remember when we started?
Oh yeah.
We could just like
drive an hour to whatever. Drive 20 minutes to Brébeuf.
To Brébeuf, and we had Grappling Industries. By the way, it started in Montreal, right?
Yeah, Grappling Industries starts in Montreal, guys.
Yeah.
Now we're in
right?
David Goody, legend.
Yeah.
And he's good at jiu-jitsu, and he's got good jiu-jitsu.
We started doing the Grappling Industries, the SAU, and they were all around here, and it was easy for us.
Wake up in your bed and then you go compete.
Yeah.
How amazing is that?
Now the kids, the blue belts that want, or the white belts that want to like just try it for fun.
Yeah.
You tell them, you can, but you gotta like travel minimum 2 or 3 hours.
And then we're just talking about making sacrifices.
Yeah.
We're just talking about making sacrifices. Guys got to work, got to study. You can't just quit everything and switch to jiu-jitsu. It doesn't work like that.
Like build it up slowly.
You build it up. You make slowly more time. I was working.
Studying too.
When I first started, I was still working in restaurants, but I was working at night. I was still working like bars. So I was like, this is killing me for training. I can't do it. So I stopped working at bars at night. I switched to a daytime restaurant, Portuguese chicken, right where we dropped off Betty. Betty Boo! So anyways, daytime restaurant, then I was like, I want to go back and finish kinesiology.
Yeah.
So I started that, but then once I'm like a year and a half deep, Gordon starts to come to TriStar.
Then you're like,
Then I'm like, I just leveled up so much in a week. Just imagine if I go there more often. Now I'm starting, you know what I mean? So you slowly take time off.
But where we were heading is basically saying like how harder it gets for younger guys to, at least you could compete and see if you like it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, worst case scenario, you don't like competing, just jiu-jitsu for fun and enjoy.
There was also an SAU in Cégep Saint-Laurent.
Which is right next to
It's on Saint-Denis.
Cégep Saint-Laurent?
Yeah. It's close to Metro Berry-UQAM.
No, that's not Cégep Saint-Laurent. This is would be Vieux-Montréal.
Vieux-Montréal. Yeah. I used to play. I had indoor soccer matches there. Then they had jiu-jitsu competitions there. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But no more.
I used to go to Cégep Saint-Laurent. We're always on strike, so it's all good.
Yeah, you basically never went to school.
Yeah, I don't go to school actually.
And then, so going back to the question, how to make most of the trips and cross training. So trips of jiu-jitsu, I haven't done many in a long time, but from what I remember, what happens is you get a lot of information at once, right? And then you have all this new techniques that you're writing down, you're trying to memorize. So I see some guys, what they do is after class, they drill it and they have somebody film it.
Oh yeah.
I see some of the guys do that, which is good.
That's smart.
That's smart because now you can keep that information and go back to it if you need to.
Again, and see the details that you might be missing from memory.
Now there's one thing that could happen is you go somewhere, you learn something new, it's different from your style, you try it in training, it doesn't work, now you don't really take it in.
Yeah.
Right? So the advice I give to people is keep your normal game, and then the concepts that you covered in class, they'll start to click in slowly. But if you're rolling and then now you just learn to move and then you're looking for these things, it's going to take you more time than your normal game because you're more used to that.
Yeah, so you're not like, you got to build around it.
You build around it and then you got to go back home, try it on lower level guys, and then build up. You know what I mean?
It's so important to train with lower level guys or like less experienced guys than you, because you
try
get
things.
to actually try. I learned a new move like right now.
The frontline troops.
Try it.
The frontline troops. Yeah, from World War I.
Less experienced guys. So.
Those are our frontline troops.
So let's say the meat.
The fresh meat.
Yeah. So.
Now we love you guys.
Let's say for instance, I learn a new move right now, and I try it on Taza first. Hand first. Especially
if we worked on it together.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Crush me because he's gonna see like the move coming up and he's gonna be like, all right, that's not gonna happen, and then I'll lose confidence in it.
Yeah.
Let's say I try on the frontline troops.
The frontline troops can take it.
Right? They can take it. Yeah.
Work on your cross faces. And you see them it's just.
So yeah, that's what they're for, man. You need them. I mean, Val knows that. You know, he has his blue belts.
He's got his frontline troop.
He got his frontline troop.
Yeah.
For sure. But,
look at that smirk.
you know, he's seeing the cross faces.
Yeah, he's just visualizing that.
So yeah, you need these moves. You need to try them.
Keep the intention, yeah.
And then you build your confidence, and then it works around your game.
Yeah.
Then you can confidently.
Yep.
Hit it.
Here's the thing: you're traveling somewhere. Keep your game. Play what you do. Test it out against those high-level guys. Don't test out things you're not good at because you're not doing anything.
Yeah, it might be hard.
Play your game. Go back home. Try it on white belts, and then boom, you absorb it. And then you go back to Hensel's. You try it out, and then you get the adjustments to make it work on better guys.
Yeah.
Or anywhere else that's high level, and you want to go train there. Don't want to make it sound
I would add another thing to get the most out of your training trips is like obviously you know that well, and because we've been traveling a lot in the last couple of years, but when you travel and you get to an academy, it's like connect with people, like try to be connecting with as much people as you want, because it's not only about the training, it's about like the community, right?
Yeah.
Like, the more people you know, then if you have an idea in mind or you need something or you want to ask for something, you're gonna know people, or your friends are going like
they're from there. They can help you out. You're looking for something. You need something. Definitely, don't be.
One of the best examples is like I was setting up a trip to Europe, and I had a few contacts already because I've been competing there before. But I was like, I'm just gonna ask Taz and Ethan if maybe they know people that would like to have me at their academy for like training or just like seminars. But
shout out to all you guys back home, legends. If it wasn't for you, like it would make it a lot harder. So thank you
helps us so much
for the interest.
Taz and Ethan had some contacts because they went there before and they knew people. So it's all like that. Connecting with people makes it possible to attain like your goals.
Now I'll tell you one thing that doesn't work out for some visitors is going bonkers while rolling. You guys know who you are. You go bonkers in training and you're trying to win every round. You're going there and you're trying to prove something and you're spazzing and you're running into people. Not a good way to do it. No. So obviously, I'm not saying just go get crushed, but also
be competitive. That's okay, but like
the intensity. Monitor your intensity.
Like how many times you see guys and because let's say they know you and they just try to crush you. But the thing is, like everybody's training, everydy's tired, everybody
it's better to do it once you know somebody. Than when you don't know and you're coming and visiting.
Really hard if you want.
Oh yeah, all the time. I just had 3, 4, or 5 wars with Val today in the gi. Hate it, but whatever.
Get some crossface.
Try, but you still can't pass even if you crossface him.
Oh man,
so annoying guard. Pain.
But and a good example is actually the one that asked us the question, Hansa. He's a fun roller.
That's why it was chill to roll with him. That's why he's gonna get much.
At Henzo's.
Yeah.
And Taz presented it to me, and first time I roll with him, I'm like, fuck, that guy's like technical,
good,
nice, and he's not going crazy. He's actually going to your pace, adjusting, and if you want to go higher pace, he goes with you. But
so Hansa, to answer your question, just keep doing whatever you're doing.
Whatever you're doing.
And if you're planning on doing trips and you don't know what to do, get in touch with Hansa and visit him in Brno if you're ever in Czech Republic.
If you're in Czech Republic, that guy's high.
Drop by Choctopus 2 in Prague.
Yeah.
Go visit Martin. He has these big lizards and he feeds them cockroaches. It's a sight to see.
I was staying with Richard, so I haven't experienced
that. You didn't experience Prague, my friend.
No, I know.
Yeah, you can visit all the castles. If you haven't been to Martin's, you're not living.
Next time.
Next time, yeah. Next. Right. What do we got?
4 minutes. Four questions.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay.
So, let's switch up.
Yeah, let's start rapping.
Let's go. LP from Toronto, who came and visited us and trained with us and has trained at Five Sports Miami and has been around and has jumped from gym to gym, just training and enjoying the Jiu-Jitsu. When is it time to switch gyms?
Oh, wow, that's a good question.
Now, we're playing with fire here.
Oh, yeah. That's a very good question.
I think if you want to reframe it is switch gyms. Why would you switch gyms?
I think, like, in my opinion, the first thing that comes to mind is, like, if it's, like, is it a bad, like, if you're in a bad environment.
Bad environment, that's number one.
I would say, like, because I've read, I go on Reddit sometimes, like, I like to read some threads from time to time when I'm bored.
I hear you.
And usually, like, guys are talking about their gym environment. They're saying, oh, is it time for me to switch?
Yeah.
I've read that stuff often.
Yeah.
And it's often, like bad environment by, like, harassment and, like, maybe shady business and, like, if there's some stuff that doesn't feel right, being a black belt, like let's say your instructor is a black belt, doesn't mean you can like do shit that you wouldn't do in the street. By that I mean is like you won't scam someone. You're not like gonna harass someone like could be with violence or sexual in sexual way. If that's happening at your gym, switch.
Yeah.
But then you can rephrase the question.
Yeah. So the way I think, when I see this question, I think, why would you switch gyms? There are things you can switch gym depending on who you are. If you're a competitor, you probably don't give a damn if the gym is clean or dirty.
Yeah.
For some people, that could be a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
Hygiene. Other thing is the instruction. The instructor, does he care?
Yeah.
Or is he just trying to make money? That's another big thing.
That's a big one because you see so many.
The instructor plays a big role in a lot of things in an academy.
Passionate? Is he trying to make
passionate? Is he trying to get better? You know, is he trying to make you better? Is he insecure about you going and training somewhere else every now and then? That's a big one, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Me personally, if when I have an academy and I have students, go train with people.
Oh yeah.
Go cross train.
Stuff back, right?
Yeah, because you're gonna get better. Yeah. You're gonna be training.
Good
now, obviously, keep it within the limits that we were talking about. But
if you're competing directly, like Unity.
Yeah, I wouldn't be giving trouble to people for going and enjoying training. And then not everybody wants to be a competitor, and some people.
No, exactly.
So there's that.
Keep it open source, kind of.
Yeah, the instructor plays a big role, obviously. What else? The vibe. You know what I mean? That could be a thing.
Environment, friends. People.
In general, jiu-jitsu, most of the time, you will be in a really good environment for the most part.
Like when you travel and you meet so many different people, like you rarely come across.
I haven't been to a single gym where it hasn't been a good vibe.
Yeah, same.
To be honest.
You always have one or two guys that are like kind of weird.
Now we see the best side of the gyms when we go there, obviously, but for the most part, you can see people talking to each other, interacting, communicating.
Super decent.
So. Also, the instructor, is he legit? Did he just buy his belt? You know what I mean? Did he just go on I don't know,
Jiu-Jitsu University, get your belt online?
You can, I mean, I don't know how, I've never seen what that is. I don't know what it is, but if he's legit or not, that's also something you got to consider.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's it. You want to get better, you got to see what you want to do. If you're a competitor and you're the best guy in the gym,
maybe at some point it's time to like
not switch, but
see where you can have like tough rounds somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then you can make your place better. Like cause
an affiliate.
There's one thing.
There's always a big school in affiliate. Like us, it's Henzo's.
Yeah, TriStar Henzo's.
Some guy who trains in it.
Easy for us to go there. Right?
Yeah, or like GB guys will go to Northridge, get their gi camp.
Yeah, that's true.
Shout out to GB Northridge, man. And I had a great camp.
Another thing that brings the topic of loyalty is a two-way street, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta.
It's not if you're the best guy in the gym and you're like, oh, my instructor doesn't let me go and train and have better rounds somewhere else. You gotta start maybe questioning what the fuck is happening, you know? Because like I said, it's a two-way street. It should work both ways.
See what you want from the gym, what your expectations are, and I mean, unless there's really something bad going, I would try to fix things first and then consider switching gyms. You know, you don't want to be just jumping from gym to gym. Now you're the guy who's, you know, getting kicked out of places and who's always looking at, you know, what the problems with others are. Maybe the problem's with you, you know? Yeah. Sometimes the problem could be you. So to really assess what the issue is and then try to fix it. Talk to the instructor. If there's something going wrong, people are going crazy or hurting you, or talk to the instructor. If the instructor isn't cooperating, then maybe it's time. Then check you. Maybe you're the problem. And if you're not the problem, then okay, maybe now consider going somewhere else. Next one. Last question. Let's wrap it up. This one is from Ash. I just saw him at the Fight to Unite camp in Toronto. Ash, thank you for the question from Toronto. Opinion on the no-gi scene in Canada and how we can make it take off. Weren't we talking about that yesterday?
We were, actually.
Yeah, since ADCC, you know, I got back here and I've been trying to, you know, get involved more in Jiu-Jitsu here.
Yeah, that's what you were saying a lot. And,
competing here, I think, helps. Competing back here, once you you know, gain some experience.
Hopefully making it legal again in fucking Quebec.
Obviously making it legal in Quebec would help.
That would help. That would be a good start for us, at least around here in Montreal.
Another thing that I some people not criticize, but people bring up is people leaving Canada. Yeah. Leaving and not coming back. That's obviously, you know, a problem, leaving and staying away. Yeah. But leaving and coming back. Going back and forth. I think some people need to do it.
Yeah, that's pretty good, I think, because it raised the level. Right?
Yeah.
Like we said, like let's say us going to Henzo's
Yeah.
and then coming back here, then everybody around here can like actually like get better.
You give feedback, people, get to feel something different. And then the thing is about certain gyms, it's not that they're necessarily better human beings because they're better. It's just some guys are getting, more training partners, more roles, more rounds, more volume, better instruction, possibly. Let's admit it. Like if you learn from John, for example, it's going to be different than learning from somebody, different from John. I'm not going to say names. But anyways, so going to the source, getting some good information, training with really high level guys that are training with each other, that are using their best counters and their best techniques and figuring things out together. So you're creating, you're pushing the jits forward by being in that place. So you go there and then you're experimenting that.
And then you can bring that back.
And you bring it back.
To your academy, your city, whatever. And like we said, if you connect the two together, then everybody's getting better.
I feel also competing, getting involved in the scene would be good. So we're doing that 8th of February, for example. We're doing a quintet.
Yeah, that's going to be good for the scene.
Quintet.
Like we're bringing some big names.
The month after in Edmonton, Calgary.
Yeah. What's up?
There's Luke Harris. He's organizing a competition with a card. So things like that. We're gonna be doing Polaris qualifiers very soon.
I had some question about Polaris qualifiers.
Yeah.
Someone was asking me what's happening with that.
Oh, we're gonna look to bring in some high level to Canada people to see, and then.
You guys who don't know, Polaris, one of the biggest shows in Jiu-Jitsu right now. It's back in the UK, right?
Yep. They've been around for a while. They're doing good.
Growing worldwide now, and by having qualifiers. And so that's one of your plans to bring this. Definitely raise the level. Again, I think if you want to bring it back, you got to help others, and then you will see opportunities for you to benefit from it as well. Because at the end of the day, you need to make a living out of it. There has to be a way for you to benefit from it. Yeah.
But you got to start first with how can they benefit from it.
It's not exactly, and it's not only by like trying to keep everything for yourself. Exchanging and everything grows.
Go train with guys. Also, when I travel now, usually in Europe, we'll do one city a day. I'll go to BC for a week. I'll go to Toronto for a week. Stay longer, train with the guys, level them up.
That's it.
I mean, that's from what I heard, guys benefited from it, so it can only make the jits better. So these are ways, we're trying to do.
That's it. I think it sums it up.
Yeah.
The scene's gonna grow this way.
And it takes time. Also, nothing happens overnight. So if we're not double golding at ADCC right away, it will come. At some point the level will raise up.
Yeah, but we can rise it already now. So.
Yeah. Definitely many opportunities to raise it. And then speaking of which, that's what we're trying to do here for the podcast. We really appreciate everybody listening to it. We're trying to use the brand to give back. We're trying to use whatever we make with Scramble Canada, whatever we make from seminars, from privates, everything is going back into trying to find ways to give back. Right, to go places, teach seminars, start competitions, but it's all going to start with you guys.
And trying to like make people benefit from the knowledge we get. Because we're like let's put it this way, we're actually like lucky. For sure, we made sacrifice and stuff like that, but we're lucky to be able to train every day, man. So
that sums it up for us.
That's pretty.
We're gonna finish up with a little support section. If you guys want to support the podcast, obviously we're gonna have a place where you guys can subscribe, can support. Let your friends know, let your buddies know. Share it. Let everybody know. Let us know what you think. What's good? What's bad? Are we talking too much? Too little? Not loud enough? Do you like the lighting? Everything's good. The volume.
If you guys have like questions and stuff like that, like send it our way. It's our first time doing that.
We don't know what we're doing.
So now we have
except for Valerio, he knows what he's doing. And we're just here talking.
The only one who knows what's
He's the brain behind the whole thing.
We're just talking.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sponsors we want to thank. Roll Forever.
Roll Forever for sure, Betty.
Roll Forever. Betty Boo, we love you.
We do.
Scramble Canada, Scramble obviously. Kimura Soap just got on board, and many more to come.
That's it. Yeah.
So support. Let spread the love, and we're definitely going to be back with another episode.
All right.
Sweet.